What's up, guys? Chun is back. Got another 4th generation OU match for you guys today. This is round 2 of the one of the DPP OU tournaments that were held during Smogon Tour 12. I'm going up against Most Wanted, and yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. Alright, I'm gonna be leading with a Zelf, and he's gonna lead with a Flygon. Very surprising. It's got to be Scarf, so I know U-turn's coming, so I just Stealth Rock since Flygon can't prevent it. It does 30%, which is a bit more than what Scarf Flygon would normally do, so it's an adamant nature. It's gonna go to Ape, and he's definitely got his U-turn core going now, so I know another one's coming. Decide to go for Thunder Wave this time, which backfired because he just goes back to Flygon here. I'm not sure what I was thinking, honestly. I thought he'd go to something else, but why would he want to this early? So I know he intends to U-turn again, so I feel safe revealing Dragonite. It's way too early to Outrage. He does just that, goes to Lucario, and I thought I'd get a free KO here with Superpower since I'm max speed naive. He might think he's faster than me, try for an Ice Punch or Stone Edge, but he pulls a double switch though to scout my set. Goes back to Flygon, I go for the Superpower. Flygon is not going to appreciate that, and it's going to limit his switching even with him resisting Stealth Rock, so might have thought I was Dragon Dance in hindsight, but anyway. U-turn is coming again, so Scizzor's the best switch regardless, and he does U-turn out to reveal Breloom. And I decided to U-turn out myself since I'm pretty sure I outspeed, which I do, and I do 51%, so he's the sub-punch Breloom, not a Subseed set. Knowing this, I go to Uxie to force it to Spore eventually. He spores right off the bat and burns the Lumberry. With Scizzor doing over half, I know what sequence I have to go through to beat Breloom. So Uxie's going to be sleep fodder at this point, and then I'm going to go to Scizzor as he subs on the switch. And then I'm going to U-turn out to Dragonite, expecting the Focus Punch. Most Wanted makes a great play though, as I go to Dragonite, and he's just going to sub again, threatening a Stone Edge. But I decide to push the issue though, since I know I outspeed and I can at least break the sub if he does have Stone Edge. But he goes for Focus Punch though, predicting me to switch scouting for the Stone Edge most likely, and I show the Fire Blast to break the sub. Here he's going to decide to go to Kingdra, expecting another Fire Blast, but with me being under 40%, I just decided to roost so I can get more use out of Dragonite, since I figured he didn't have Stone Edge. He very well still could have, and he was just hiding it though, but if he's Dragon Dance, Outrage really isn't a good option right now, since he's only seen half my team, so I stay in to drop a Draco Meteor. And he actually does Dragon Dance, which really surprised me. He must have really thought I would switch, since Kingdra does outspeed Dragonite, even this one. So I get the free KO, and he goes to Lucario, and that told me he didn't know I was max speed, although I gave the notion earlier. So I take Lucario out as well. Mixed Knight putting in another day at the office. After he goes to Jolteon, I go to Quagsire to scout for the HP Ice. He does Thunderbolt, so then I double switch to Heatran to scout for the HP Grass, but he just goes to Flygon expecting Earthquake, so kind of backfired there. So I go back to Quagsire to take the either Earthquake or U-turn. He does U-turn again, going back to Breloom. I get ballsy here and decide to just encore it as it subs, so now he's stuck on sub. Flygon doesn't have too much longer either. But even if he went for C-Bomb there, I could just go to Dragonite again and force him out. Now with him being stuck on sub, I decided to go to Scizzor again to break it with U-turn and force Breloom to take 25%. And then I'm going to go to Dragonite and decide to roost up to almost full health actually, since his Encore didn't end. And the plan is to just spam Fire Blast until either Encore ends or Breloom dies. In the middle of this sequence though, he definitely got the maximum Encore turns here that 4th Gen allows, proving how ridiculous Encore is in DPP. So But when his Breloom gets too low to make another sub, he's actually going to go to Infernape to take the Fire Blast, which I'm just going to end up going for here. And yeah, Infernape is actually going to, I figured he's going to U-turn. So, and that's exactly what he does, but he just ends up going back to Breloom. And I think he's just trying to burn Life Orb recoil at this point, even though the replayer is not showing that. His Infernape has Life Orb as well, so it's a physical mix ape set. Since Choice Scarf U-turn doesn't do that much, and Banded U-turn does more than what it just did, so I finish off the Breloom. Funny though, because I figured based on the double switches we did earlier that he didn't have HP Grass, so Quag was a safe bet, but he definitely gets me here. Very nice prediction as I go into Quagsire, and he does show the Hidden Power Grass and one-shots it, so I do see he's definitely Choice by now though, so I go to Heatran on the free switch. It's gonna go to Flygon to most likely fodder it out as I go for Fire Blast. I probably should have gone for Hidden Power Grass to ensure the KO. Since him going to Ape was risky because I could randomly just Earth Power. Thankfully I didn't miss though, and he's gonna bring Ape back in here, and I decide to fodder out Uxie at this point to burn some Life Orb recoil myself as he close combats, and then he's gonna reveal the Overheat as well. So, but with Ape being at -1 after the close combat, I can bring Scizor in because it's actually at 2%, and I'm gonna lock in the Bullet Punch because his last is Jolteon. Didn't want to lock in the superpower since Jolteon would outspeed me, and I wanted to get damage on Jolteon before going down, so that way I could just pretty much bring anything else in and finish it off. So, and that's exactly what happens. I'm gonna bring Jirachi in and finish the game up with a Psychic, and he does over 50% here, so his Jolteon was choice specs, but it was a great game, most wanted. Looks like I move forward to round 3 of the Smogon Tour for DPP, so that match is going to be up against Fried Rice, so definitely be on the lookout for that one, guys. But until then, Chun is out. Peace.